A supermarket once changed what wine hundreds of people bought just by changing the music. Nobody noticed. Nobody believed it when they were told. In 1999, a supermarket ran a quiet experiment in its wine aisle. On some days, they played French music. On other days, German music. Nothing else changed. On the French days, shoppers bought mostly French wine. On the German days, they bought mostly German. The music was steering their hands. And here's the part that should bother you. When researchers asked those shoppers if the music affected their choice, almost all of them said no. They had a reason for every bottle. They were sure it was their taste. It wasn't. It was the playlist. This is a video about the store you think you know. By the end, you'll be able to walk into any shop and see the machinery underneath the shelves. The layout, the prices, the sounds, the little tricks built to make you spend more than you planned. Most of them keep working even after you learn them. But one of them keeps working even on the people who study this for a living. I'll show you which one at the end. First, the single idea that makes all of it possible. Your brain does not know what things are worth. Not really. There's no built-in ruler in your head that says a jacket should cost $40, so your brain does the only thing it can. It compares. It looks at whatever is nearby and decides value from that. Think about temperature. Put one hand in cold water and one in hot. Then put both in lukewarm. The same bowl feels hot to one hand and cold to the other. Price works exactly the same way. It only feels expensive or cheap next to something else, and a store controls what's next to it. Here's how they use that. The researcher Dan Ariely once found a subscription page with three options: digital only, $59, print only, $125, and print plus digital, also $125. Look at that middle one. Print only, the same price as the full bundle. Who picks that? Nobody. It seems useless, but it isn't there to be chosen. It's there to make the bundle look brilliant. Same price, way more stuff. With that decoy on the page, most people picked the expensive bundle. Take the decoy away, and most people went cheap. One fake option quietly moved the whole crowd. So watch for the middle choice that exists just to make another one look smart. It is rarely an accident. Now look down at the price tag itself. $9.99. Why not just $10? Because of how you read. Your eyes grab the first digit hardest. $9.99 starts with a 9, so part of your brain files it near $9, not 10. Researchers call this the left digit effect. One single penny changes the whole category the price seems to live in. It's why almost every price ends in 99. That's not tradition, that's psychology. And none of this is accidental because the building itself is designed around you. Ever notice the milk is always at the very back? Milk is something almost everyone comes in for, so they put it as far from the door as possible. To reach it, you have to walk past everything else. The essentials are the bait. The aisles are the hook. The whole path is built to pull you through more product than you meant to see. There's even a name in the industry for the moment a shopper stops walking with purpose and starts wandering and grabbing. It's a design goal, not a coincidence. So far, we've talked about what you see, the prices, the signs, the shelves, but some of the strongest tricks work on senses you're not even paying attention to. Let's go there. Back to sound. In the early 1980s, a researcher named Ronald Milliman played different music in a supermarket. Slow tempo on some days, fast on others. When the music was slow, people moved slower. And when they moved slower, they bought more. The store's sales climbed noticeably on the slow days. You felt relaxed, you browsed, you lingered. That calm feeling wasn't really yours. It was set to a tempo. Here's one you can feel in your own wallet. Spending money is supposed to hurt a little. That small sting is your brain's brake pedal. But handing over cash hurts more than tapping a card. Two MIT researchers, Drazen Prelek and Duncan Semester, ran an auction for tickets. Some bidders had to pay with cash, others with a credit card. The card users were willing to pay far more for the exact same tickets, in some cases roughly double. The card numbs the sting, and a numb brain spends more. So think about tap to pay, one-click buying, saved cards. Every one of them is designed to remove the pain, to quietly take your foot off the brake. Then there's one word with strange power over you: free. Airily tested this too. He offered a fancy chocolate for 15 cents and a plain one for a penny. Most people, being sensible, took the fancy one. Then he dropped both prices by a single cent. Now the fancy chocolate was 14 cents. The plain one was free. Suddenly, the crowd flipped and grabbed the free one. Nothing about the actual value had changed, just one word. That's why free shipping over $50 works so well on you. You'll add a $12 thing you don't need just to dodge a $5 fee. You're not saving, but it feels like winning. So, what do you actually do with all this? You don't have to become suspicious of everything. You just need a few habits. 1. Name the trick in your head. That's a decoy. That's charm pricing. Naming it breaks the spell a little. 2. Bring a list and treat it like a contract. The list is you, calm, at home. The store is you, steered. Trust the calm one. 3. Use cash or set a number before you walk in so the brake stays on. 4. When something feels urgent, buy now, only a few left. Slow down on purpose. Urgency is almost always manufactured. A real deal is still there tomorrow. Now, here's the part that's a little unsettling. None of this needs a villain. There's no evil man in a back room pulling levers on you personally. It's stranger than that. It's just design. It's baked into the building, the price tags, the playlist, running on everyone, all the time, whether anyone's thinking about you or not. And online, it gets sharper. A physical store has to guess. A website measures. It tests one button color against another on millions of people and keeps whatever makes you spend. It notices when you hesitate. Over time, it stops guessing what works on humans in general and starts learning what works on you. Remember the trick that works even on the experts? It's the very first one, relativity. The way a price only means something next to another price. Even the researchers who discovered it admit it still moves them. Knowing about it barely helps. And that's the real lesson. You can't fully switch this off. Your brain will always compare, but you can see the setup. And once you can see it, you get to choose whether to play along. So the next time you walk out with more than you came for, ask one question. Was that me? Or was that the room? If this changed how you'll look at a store, subscribe. This whole channel is about the invisible machinery running your decisions. Next time, we leave the store and go somewhere you spend even more of your life being steered, your phone. Because the apps in your pocket use every trick you just learned, plus a few far more powerful ones. See you there.